Okay, I can't wait any longer. I just can't. I can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hunters of all ages, welcome to this week's Hunting Lodge. My name is Joxy Beard. If we haven't met before, I'm just some guy with a beard that gets to come out here at these fun times and share stuff with you. And man, I've had my eyes on this one for some time now. I couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait. This is big for a lot of us that have been longtime players in the Hunter Call of the Wild. We have long been awaiting the addition of new glassy type stuffs, and it is at hand. That is right. And I'm here today. I get to show you what it's all about. I get to show you some other cool stuff that's coming too that I really don't want to get overshadowed. I'm talking beyond my breath. I'm a little worked up here, so bear with me. It's not the 3 cups of coffee, I promise. Okay, everything's all right. That's as good as we're going to get with the video. Yep, that's, this guy, he's a little... Why am I so red? My white balance a little high? Could just be that monitor. You'll see I am flagging the development build at the moment. What you're going to see here is pretty much what you get. I mean, it's coming out on the 24th. It's just that I am in a development build. And sometimes, because we're in there and there's lots of different tools they use, I might crash. Pretty unlikely, though. Pretty unlikely, I'm told. So this is pretty cool. We're here at Hirschfelden because we're at the range. You know we were coming to the range. But before we get into the scopes, I want to talk about something that I really do feel is going to be overshadowed. Not that long ago, we released the Ambusher pack. And if you recall, it was loaded up with some goodies. Now, let me actually just go into my note-taking stuff so I don't miss anything. Because, the Ambusher pack, it was for some players, it was a bit of a game changer introducing the electronic collar. No longer do we have to carry around, umpteen collars and change them up per reserve. This collar's got, was it 60 or more calls attached to it? It was pretty game changing for a lot of us who like to use the calls. But wait, there's more. This is really cool. So we've teamed up with Fox Pro to make it a more authentic experience. And I, for one, I'm kind of pumped about this. Let me show you. We're going to get right into this, guys. We're not wasting any time. I want to show you all the stuff and things. I had my hands out there. I got to get rid of those. Okay. So, you've come to expect this, but I've already got it on the screen. I just think this is really cool. Now, there's a couple new additions to this collar, and I want you to see how this works. I'm on Hirsch, so I have options available, but most importantly, as you can see, you can now call 2 animals at once with this collar. And this is a real-life edition, I believe. This is something... I've never used this IRL, and I absolutely have to get my hands on one of these because it just seems like... I need all the toys. Let's just be real about it. But being able to call 2 animals at once is kind of OP, depending what it is you're hunting and how you're making use of this. I can see this being used in so many different ways. And our community found just how powerful this little toy is. And so that's kind of cool. It's easy to set up. You get her rocking. Away she goes. Bada boom, bada bim. We do have these little UI elements to it now. Not entirely sure about that, but yeah, it's there. And it's going to call 2 at a time. But wait, there's more. This is a nice little touch. And, when we first released it, we heard a lot of folks complaining. They didn't like the calls. The calls are coming in. So we added a volume bar. Well, that's pretty cool. But did you know the real life counterpart? When you take a shot, and it's called the Fox Bang, it's kind of aptly named. I think that's pretty cool. It turns it off. So, that, I mean, you just have to pull your little tool out, boom, boom, fire it right back on. But that is really, really cool. So with the inclusion of the Fox Fusion and the Fox Bang, this little toy, it just got a whole lot more valuable. Yeah. And they get me every time. That's music to my ears. Pretty cool. I can't wait to see what the community does with this. Big shout out to Fox Bang, to Fox Pro. I'm sorry, I love this Fox Bang feature. It's pretty cool. You just toggle it right in here. Hit your F, and it turns the Fox Bang off and on. It's really, really simple. I think our designers did a great team up with them in presenting this. So, and if any of you hunt IRL and get your hands on this, please hit me up in the Discord, post it in our IRL hunting channel. I want to know all about this thing. I got to go buy one now. Dang it, this company costs me lots of money outside of the game. I've learned about all these toys I must have. So pretty cool, nonetheless, pretty cool. I'm excited about this. I hope you guys are too. It's going to get overshadowed in this update by far because it's not the star of the show, but I kind of feel like it equally should be. Big shout out to Fox Pro. Thank you for teaming up with us on this. I think it's really cool, and I'm hopeful for things to come. All right, let's go ahead. We'll pick that up because there's more to go over here. That is good looking UI, isn't it? We're trying to up our game. It's 2024 after all, and when you get toys like this, I'm a gadget guy. When I go hunting, I've got all the little time savers. I got all kinds of little things. And this, I don't even know what this costs IRL, but I have to have it. So there it is. Have fun with that, guys. This comes with the update landing on the 24th. That's next week. We'll talk more about that. Okay. So what else? God, I'm like a kid at a candy store right now. This really is my favorite times of year. Whenever we have these updates coming, they're so much fun. Let's get to what you were all clamoring for. Now, let me give you a little backstory here, okay? Seriously. It's 1,500 cash? Really? 1,500 US, Mike? Can I write that off? Can I clearly I need one of these to test for completely work-related stuff. Seriously, can I get an approval for this? I know you're watching. Anyhow. Okay. Scopes have long been a major request, and obviously so. They are such a cornerstone of our kits. No kit's complete unless you're, using irons, which, let's face it, if you're out there and you're chasing some of the biggest game in the world, you've got a really nice scope. You've invested not only money, because they're costly, but a lot of time to get to know your scopes, to dial them in. You spend time at the range. If you're like me, you spend time with pie plates on trees when you first get out to whitetail camp, and you have a lot of fun with it. But they are super important and super integral to the hunt. Our team has long questioned how best to bring this to the game. They've always talked about it, always wanted to do it, but we had some restrictions, let's face it. One of those being that we work with a set render. And when you get something that magnifies to 12 times, you're just going to get a really good look at that render. So that was a challenge, and I think they've done a good job with it. But the requests were just, it's never stopped. It's never lost its volume. Unlike other requests that have come through the community, and it's just great to finally see them here. Now the big question is what scopes to do. This is our first iteration of adding new scopes. There may be more to follow, and I love the names on them too. So let's go in. We'll go to the store first before I put them out. I already got them on the weapons, but we'll go to the store and we'll actually go and we'll take a look at what these look like because, well, we got something kind of cool. First, let's look at the night vision. Yes, we have the Angler, ode to our sister game, 4 to 8 by 100 night vision rifle scope. Now, I've never been a fan of night hunting. I didn't care for our existing night vision. It didn't have the magnification, right? It just wasn't quite there. And, there's a few things I think maybe down the road we'll look at, but right now, this is just so great to have this in game. Yes, let's go. I need to go into storage, right? I need to go and take a look here. Let me introduce you to the please wait screen. Oh, wait, that's the Gen Zero. I'm a little excited, all right? I love that we have this screen, and oh, yes. You might have spotted something new on the left-hand side. This is equally as exciting. Hey, I know because I talk to a lot of you, and I know some of you are just like, take my money now. It's just they're spitting coffee all over the place, or tasty beverage of your choice if it's evening if you're overseas. But it's so cool that we now have this in abundance. Yeah, it is hot, isn't it? Holy, I knew you guys were gonna love this. Isn't that insane? You can tell why I was excited about this one. I couldn't wait for it to arrive. Man, I just, okay, back to it. Now, some of these are coming with the DLC and some are free. So it's 5 choices that come with the DLC, and then there's 7 that come free as a patch, because we don't want to have, if you want new stuff, you got to buy. There's free content coming too. So you actually get 7 different reticles to choose from. They do cost in-game money, but I mean, that's 2 or 3 kills, right? Depending on what you're hunting. So it's nothing huge. But the fact that we can now totally set them up, and maybe this opens the door for more to come. We'll see. You know, pretty dang cool. If you want it nice and neat and tidy, right? If you really want to get that thickness on there, this is more akin to one of my favorite scopes, actually. Really, really, really cool. And this is awesome. I absolutely think that the fact that we're able to preview these like that now, I just think our artists have absolutely topped themselves. I'd love to be able to see down here, but that just seems like, you know, maybe in the future. It's not, you know. Now, I've used this, and I'm a fan. And I'll show you guys, and I'll show you why quickly. And if time permits, I'm only doing an hour today. If time permits, maybe we can get out in the evening. I never hunt at night, so I don't know where to go, what to find. But go and see if we can spot some to show you what it actually looks like. I think the only thing that I would personally change is I would like a button to turn the night vision off and on. Because this has enough of a zoom that I could hunt with this. If I knew I was going out right at the dusk hours, I could tentatively take that. But that could be something that the community asks for it. If the community wants it, let us know in the forums. And I know that's something our devs could possibly look at in the future. But it's a solid choice. It absolutely is an improvement on our existing. And we'll show those. We'll compare them side by side and take a look. So there we are. There's the angler. Yes, we're not customizing right now. There's the angler. See, I'm already lined up. I got a comparison ready to happen. Now, before I go to what is arguably the star of the show, let's take a look at this. I'm going to say right now, this doesn't represent it. It's not the stick. You know, we had one scope that we could throw on to our 454, and it was awesome. It was really hard to beat. It reminded me a lot of a Hyperion for the handguns. But now we have the Hermes. This thing it's lit. When you compare this to the existing, I'll show you, and you'll see. But it is, and of course you have all your customizations you can use with it. But it's going to be a go-to. And it not only fits on your handguns, you can use it on your shotguns as well. Can I get a big flex in chat, please? Like, that's... I tip my hat in our devs general direction. I love this. I absolutely love this. And there we go. 12 copes. I'm trying to cope with my reading this morning. 12 scopes in total. 5 paid, as I said, 7 included in the free patch. But you most likely already recognize them from different scopes in the game. Thank you, our elusive Expansive Worlds poster. I know who you are. Oh, man. It's awesome, isn't it? This is really cool. Yes, Chef's Kiss is right, Culligan, man. You guys will like this one. You know, often when we have these new equipment packs, there's like one star of the show. Not this time. They're all very useful. If you're a handgun or a shotgun guy, this will be a go-to. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I wish I had a drum roll queued up. This is the one that, honestly, I'd buy the pack just for this. I truly would. You know, will this replace the Hyperion? I mean, for me, it already has. I've been messing with this for a while now. But does it need to? No, the Hyperion is still absolutely cracked. There's not a massive difference between the two, but there are some differences, and you'll see them in the comparisons when we go side by side. I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. Man, it's absolutely cracked. You know, it's got a really nice model on it. It kind of reminds me of my Leopold that I'm currently rocking, but you'll see when we put this through its paces. what it's all about. It looks great with the different customizations. You know, we got the crossbow style here. I like the million dots on it. It looks good. Whatever it is you prefer, you know, some people like, that's like the lever action style. And I did see in chat, these do not fit on the old school lever action scopes. There's a possibility that if this scope pack goes over well, that we could see that more in the future. But we got a lot going on, and this is exciting stuff. So I hope you guys are happy. But we'll see. We'll see. Man alive, what up, Death Reaper? Good to see you, dude. Welcome. How's it going, Uni? Good chat this morning. Okay, I'm gonna get distracted. So I know you all want to see these things. This is awesome. I love this new preview screen. I just think that we're moving in the right direction, being able to look at our weapons a whole lot closer with the customizations and such. You know, it's just a matter of time. All right. Here we go. First up, Buttercup, the old Hyperion. I'm not meaning to go to that one. Here's where I wanted to go. There it is. Are you ready now? I'm just going to say it's daytime, so it's going to be really bright. Okay, so please turn your screen, adjust your screen brightness. You've been warned. It's a little bright. Although we're lucky, we got some overcast. That's the devs playing with their controls right now. They're about to send an eclipse in just for this segment of the show. All right, here it is, baby. Let's go. It is bright. It is bright, but the magnification, it just absolutely gets you spot on. It is a massive improvement. Hold on. Do I have currently, I think I had, hold on, let me just cycle through. I think I had, here it is here. Here's the existing compared to the new. Now, both are at max magnification, and this was the problem. You were at 150 meters with this thing, and it was tough. It was tough. It was the same as the magnification as the Ascent, the starter scope. Wasn't a big fan of it myself, and therefore I really didn't do much night hunting. But this actually really increases your visibility. It increases it a lot. It actually makes it easier on your eyes, at least for me. I was very sensitive to the other one. I love this. I've had a chance to get out there, stretch my legs. The one downside, and I'm just being, you know, this is the creator in me, almost like I'm commenting, like maybe I shouldn't. I'm commenting like a creator here. But the thickness on this one, this is why I didn't use the Argus. But it's just too handy and has too much usefulness to care. You know, they can narrow me right down and I'd still be using this. I can't wait to go for a night hunt and really get the feel with you guys. I've poked around with it a little myself on TR Aurora, funny enough. I just, yeah, and so I want to play around with this one. It's pretty cool. It's big. It's big, yes. You know, when you're laying down, you know, you're really noticing it, but you still got your full visibility. I like that they've adjusted the scale in your field of view. But yeah, it's fantastic. There you go. So that's the night vision. What do we think, chat? You're loving it. It's better. This is better. I fully agree. You night hunt a lot. Nice Bear Side. I'd love to hear what you think of it. Clarity is off the hook, Mike. I very astute. The team was so conscious of the visuals. I guess you would be through a scope, right? But it's something they spent a lot of time on, and they really had a lot of time. Well, they didn't have a lot of time. They spent a good portion of their time to get this right. So I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Lacey, what's up, my friend? So good to see you. Massive improvement. I love to hear it. Very good design. Thank you, Antidot. I will pass this along to the devs. I guarantee some are watching right now. You know, when they put so much energy and love into these things, and I can't begin to tell you, like, you should see them, how playful they get when they've got it, as they're making it, and how proud they are. You know, because these are great additions to the game. And it's been such a long time coming. But I know, stop flapping. I know, y'all want to see it. All right, let me, because I took it off, right? So let's go in here. Oh, baby, we're going to compare the Odin. Actually, here, let's put it on the Melmer. Not that it matters. We'll put the Odin onto the Ranger. So our existing, what most would say is the meta scope, you know, it gets you a close enough view, no matter the render. It's clear. You've got peripheral vision, which is what I like about it, because sometimes, you know, you get that tunnel vision when you're using the Argus. I'm not knocking the Argus. It's kind of like a Ford Chevy debate. You know, you generally have one or the other you prefer, and neither is right or wrong. It's right for what you like. And in this case, for me, it's always been the Hyperion, because of the sight lines that it brings with. And I'm quite a fan of it. You know, when I heard we were doing scopes, I'm like, come on, man. Like, how are you going to top the Hyperion? Just give me the Hyperion with a little different frills and gimmicks, right? Well, they outdid me. They outdid it. They outdid my expectations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Odin. Just check that out. Like I said, it's such a subtle change, but it's so huge. It's such a massive change. Look at your peripheral. Look at how it sucks in. I'm never setting this thing down. I'm never putting this down. This thing is absolutely off the rails. Oh, I should have showed you that. I'm using this table because, well, you can see how well it zooms in. So we can't quite get the full table quite in the lines. I know it's good, isn't it? And if we look at the Hyperion, right? There's a big difference in the magnification. And I just think that I don't want to say goodbye to the Hyperion. We've had a great run, you and me. Honestly, it's been a great run, and you've meant so much to me, but I'm moving on. I'm moving on, because this, oh, God, it's just, yeah. Yeah, everything about it, if you compare even here, it's very similar on the flare, although I kind of really like this line. You know, you're not under any, what's the word, disadvantage. And I just, for some reason, prefer the sight lines off this. It's so similar that you may not notice it, but I got a lot of time in this game, and I'm just absolutely in love with this thing. It's snappy. You like the lack of serious sway on the Odin versus the Argus. I mean, that's why the main reason I don't use the Argus, aside from the sight lines, is I call it the death wobble. Because that magnification, because that wobble. Yeah, so the Odin having that magnification doesn't have that wobble. I mean, look how you can just tone that thing right in. It's awesome. We're going to put this through its paces. But wait, there's more. So let me see. What do I have on here for weapons? Or sight, sorry. I want to put the... oh, I don't have the old one on this account unlocked. So to compare them, I can't do the side-by-side right now. Apologies for that. But you get a pretty good feel for it. This thing's awesome. There was a time when it was, for some reason, my favorite look back in the day, running with the 454 out with that little scope that was on there. But it doesn't quite compare to that. It's just a little thicker. And now there's anything wrong with thicker. It's literally the Odin on the handgun. It's awesome. And it's got some great zoom. The optics are all the favorite creators are in here. Well, we all like to get together every now and then, and this is a good enough reason to do so. This is, yeah. So, maybe I shouldn't point this out. You'll notice I'm using the Sunberg, which was a gift to the community from our dev team. If that was before your time, it was something our team wanted to give back. It was for an anniversary, and they made this incredible design. It's called the Sunberg. It's just a different variant of the 454, and it was a way to get into it before you unlocked it in game. Well, if you're like myself and you don't really hunt with handguns because, you know, highly illegal here and all that sort of thing, you don't really spend time unlocking all the ammo, unlocking the scopes. Well, now you have an option. Yeah, baby. This thing is wild. It just looks so good. I absolutely love it. I absolutely. And I can't wait to see what you all do with it. I can't wait to see what our creators do with this. I don't see this in my notes, but I don't think it's an issue bringing it up. We actually have it's a short campaign this time. It's not indicative of what we're going to do every time, but it's just the way things have happened with everything we're trying to get prepped for and such. The creators will have an early access for you. It'll be a shorter one. It's not over the weekend this time. So keep your ears peeled. We'll post about that. I know they'll be excited to get their hands into it all. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what they do with these scopes, because it's such a long time requested edition. Super happy about it. That's really loud. It's Hirschfelden's windy today. It really is. Oh man. Now I haven't changed any of my reticles. Maybe I should go play with a few. I think I'm going to, actually, before we jump onto the range. Let's go take a look. Let's see. Because there's certain things, although I did testing, I really, I wasn't sure what it was. I really wanted to. No. Anyhow, well, here, let's go into our storage then. And now, something, just a little side note for a lot of our new users, please make use of this. It makes navigating your storage so quick, so painless. I'd love to see additions to this in the future, but it's just so much easier. Keep them closed, open and close them as you use them. It just makes for such a better experience. I was surprised how many people don't either know about this or take advantage of it. I mean, we can set our loadouts, which a lot of us do, but even then you're swapping and changing stuff. Just make use of that. Okay, to the Odin. What do we want to rock here? I mean, man, I love being able to see the animal. I love the no frills, no gimmicks, simple approach with the little dot. I've always loved this. My old scope actually had something similar to this. But maybe we go with the old tried, tested, and true. Now you can favorite these as well if you want. Then you know which one it is when you bounce between your customization on the different scopes and such. It's so tough. What do you want? Which do you want to go with? I'm partial to the milk dot, but like there's some real good ones. The duplex is real nice, right? I like that. I like that separation. I'm sure a lot of you have known I had a rifle like this. Those little separations in the lines can really help you when you're zoomed right in. It's no difference in our game, especially if you have a let's say whitetail and the does are coming out to play. They don't want you shooting their bow, and they'll line up in front of you. So it's nice to have that little bit of separation. Maybe that's what you like. Man, it's tough for me. I love the mill dots. I really do. But I think I'm doing it because there's just something about it. I don't know. You could get real tiny, and of course we can change that in our already featured customization. You can make use of that if you want to change colors and whatnot, but that's what we're going to rock. We got it on the Odin, and let's see what that looks like. I love it. Now that might be a little big when you're, way out there, or if you're zoomed way out and you're on something at distance, that could hide a fair bit of rabbit. So you might find that you want to change it up depending on what you're hunting. Just nice that we have these customizations. Small and simple. Absolutely, Mel. We're on the same page. 100%. Can we assume the new radical designs may come in the future? Anything is possible. And, this is something that has been a community ask. And our team was reluctant to take a stab at it, so to speak. We didn't know what it would look like, pun intended, when it came out. How would it feel? Is it something really that, do you want more guns, or do you? I think everyone agreed this was needed in the game. And so could we see more customization? Could we see more scope options? I think it's really going to come down to how well it's received by the community. But I mean, let's face it. Is anybody going to complain we're getting new scopes? Like, I just can't even imagine it. Not in the world that I live in, but I mean, it's possible. So let's see how it goes before I give a definitive on that one, but it is quite possible. So we will have to see. The reticles currently, so what I haven't tried and I didn't ask was, what if we attach them in different loadouts? Because I do know now that, okay, so I have this on here, But if I go into the question is, will they work? Can you set different reticles for different weapons, right? But it's done by the scope, to my knowledge. So if we have our sights here, we have the Odin. Let's say we put the Odin onto the 22, it's going to show the same reticle, right? So you do have to change in between. What I haven't tested or asked about is if you can do it in a loadout, if it makes a change. If we have time at the end, I'll go and I'll try that out. Otherwise, maybe check in with your creators when they're putting out their content here in their early access, and I'll definitely look into that. That's a good question. Okay, let's try this bad boy out. So I'm set to 300. I'm 0 to 300. Oh, I'm on the wrong weapon here. Let's grab the my Easter Skin 243. Let's try a shot into the 300 mark and see. That's right there, baby. I mean, do you bother with another after that? Now, hold on. I'm on the Hyperion. I'm like, this feels oddly familiar. Okay, so let's try it now. 300 here. See, that's where I was a little worried that reticle, see how big it is? It covers here, so you can get real close, but it covers that. Let's go try another one. In theory, the move is to have the Hyperion and the Odin if you want two different reticles, 100%, which is yeah, you said that better than I omitted to say that. Let's go in here. Let's okay, so the Odin. Now, what if so when you buy them, I'm curious here. I know I'm going to want to use this, so I'm going to apply it. Now let's see, because I own them, I just have to change them, correct? Or do I pay each time? Oh, I got to pay each time. So I'll mention that to the team. I will. But I guess that's in line with your skins when you're paying. So technically you own all these, but you have to get them fitted on, which makes sense. But we're going with this. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. So we're going to do that. Pow. Now applied that. Let's get a look at it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Nature Beast, don't be sorry, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you're not wrong, Cody. That's a hope of mine. That's definitely a hope. We'll see where it goes. All right. Let's take a look now and see. See, that's just such a better visual. Lines right up. So much easier to get bang on, right? So much easier. Absolutely love this thing. I had to jump right to the Odin. In my opinion, it's the star of the show, but they're all equally useful. And it's pretty cool. And now, the different reticles, you've got this. I got a list here. Hold on. You got the center cross, the circle dot, the circle German reticle, the crossbow, the duplex, the German reticle, and the mill dot, which is pretty cool. So we'll see what your favorites are. I just love this, man. I don't know what else I can even say about it rather than just show you what it's all about. Now, that's the Odin, okay? There's no way. Oh, man alive. What have I got on here? Let's see. I had the wrong one in there. I wanted to see what it's like. Snappy. Let's get snappy. Right? Not bad. It's got such a beautiful visual. I'm pulling up into the right a little bit, but the grouping's bang on. They're such a pleasure to use. I just can't get over the width. I actually really like the texture on the outside of it too. It's little details like that kind of draw me in. That's absolutely fantastic. Can you change reticles in the field? No, Mike, you have to be at either a tent or at an equipment box. It's the same as customizing your weapons. If you want to change your tent skin or your weapon skin, that sort of thing, you have to be able to go to an outpost or a tent. But, it's not so bad. It's super accurate. I mean, is it the gun or the scope? Or is it not the bearded individual. I'm rusty too, man. Like, I haven't had a chance to get after it in a while. Absolutely love it. I just absolutely love it. And, you could be using the Millidot, and this is a great place to try it, the Millidot reticle. And then, of course, you can set the range way far and start to dial in. Oh, like a bear in the woods having to scratch his back. Sorry, I should have hit pause on the stream. And you can use the reticles. So some of them are actually quite useful. The millidot reticle will give you that feel that I know a lot of you, I shouldn't say a lot, but there are some of you that don't like to use the zeroing. So, you know, by default, where the weapons are zeroed, you can use the millidot and work it out. Something for the community to figure out. Pretty cool, man. We need more animal sounds in the color. Well, it's possible, Steve. There's over 60 on there. There's certain ones that the team omitted for different reasons. Make your case in Discord. You know why you think we should add certain ones, and maybe it happens. Never know. This one big center dot is useless in any distance. No, not at all. Not at all. It depends on how you're hunting. You might want to be, you know, hunted on some birds or hunted on some yotes where, you know, you're just trying to tag them. You're not like as stuck on. There's precision, and then there's, you know, other options as well. Plus, they can be used on handgun. So if you don't want to use the red dot, you want a little magnification. So there is a use for each one. Are you going to use it in every scenario? As you saw right here, you know, if you're at range and, you know, that's heart, you're shooting on heart, you're probably not going to want to rock the, I was 0 for 150 there. Whoops. You're probably not going to want to rock the single dot. But yeah, they're tailored for, to cover all the scopes, but you can use some, like I'm using the lever action right now, right? This is more for lever action than anything else, but I love it. I love how I can lead up to an animal. Also, because you'll notice whenever I use it, I let I'm not really paying attention where I'm shooting there, but I shouldn't do that because, you know, if you want to put on a show, you got to make sure you're hitting right. But you see, like I always bring up to it. Some people like to bring down. They like that control. I like to, you know, slide down, hit my breath, and then let it fall into where I want it. So this one really works with me because it's leading up to it. Everything's clear on the way up. But personal preference is a thing. I'm just glad I can use these on, like, for instance, this kind of OP. The fact that we can change it up on our rifle or our handgun, because let's face it, 0 for 150 or 0 for 75. Well, let's see, where's that going to put me? Not on the board. Let's try the very bottom. Remember, we're all the way at 300 here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Where I've never even really mucked around with this. There you go. So then if we go halfway. Oh, wait. Is it going to be... Y'all hear that echo? You can't hear it the same as me. I got the, what do you call it going on? The Dolby. Yeah. Well worth it. It's like $14. It makes such a difference in the gameplay. So, you know, for the handgun, it may be, you know, figuring out these millidots. It's not quite what I thought it'd be. Although there's two. We'll have to see where that goes. But pretty cool nonetheless. It just adds more to it. Okay. I wanted to pull this out. Actually, let's just change it up and put it onto, let's check out, here, let's put it on to the 300. This is your night vision. Whoops, this is your night vision. Now, let's zero in the R0 for 300. Now, it's not going to be as good as the Odin, obviously. But if you remember, we can do a comparison. What a difference, man. Like, what an incredible difference. Actually, what I should do is let's take the old Gen 0 and put it on the Malmer. Okay. Now, we're zeroed in for 300. Whoops. On the Malmer. That's really hard. Okay. Can't force myself to screw up a shot. But you get the point. It's a lot harder with the old existing, right? I'm trying to miss. Or whatever. But, you know, the new one, you really do feel a difference. I think you can see it. Look how much clearer it is. I'll move to the side. You can see the bullseye, right? You can't on this one. Oh, stop it. Dang it, Beard. I'm hitting all the buttons. Normally I'm muscle memory guy. Okay, there. You can't even make it out. So the level of detail is just, so I mean, this is going to be the go-to. I'm calling it now. If you're out there getting after it, right? You know, maybe 0 to 50. Oh, I didn't play around with the zeroing on the handgun scope there, the shotgun scope, but I will do. Although maybe that's something great for you creators to do. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do your content, but yeah. Anyhow, still pretty cool. I can see right where I'm shooting with this thing at 300 meters, which again was my biggest complaint. Why I hated going out at night. I just felt like I was returning to the ascent. Okay, but like, I mean, that's a bad example. Unbelievable. What time is it? 11:35. Come on. Let's absolutely, Fox. It's a good idea. I gotta bounce to an outpost to do so. Let's go turn it to night so we can see what it looks like. Never liked the old night vision scope. I think you'll finally be able to enjoy the night hunts. I'm with you, Poison Junkie. We're like this, my friend. I just couldn't get into it. I tried. It was a nice addition to the game. At the time, we just didn't have any options. And, you know, people were really chasing red deer at the time. And red deer were drinking in the wee hours of the morning. So you had no choice but to use it. Or you were doing the spot it, swap to the Hyperion, take a shot, and it was a terrible experience. And our devs heard ya. I think devs heard ya, and it came with it. So let's go to, I don't know. Sure. Sounds good to me. We could go after some red fox. We could, although they're not the most abundant. I'm going to go back to the range and start with that because I want to do a recap. I really do feel like the Fox Pro is going to get overshadowed, and I just like to touch base on it a little bit more. And maybe, you know, so I don't forget, because I really am a kid in a candy store. I swear I'm getting like tunnel vision on these scopes, man. I can't help it. All right. So just before we go any further, if you missed it, if you were getting here late, I don't want this to be overshadowed because it's kind of a big thing. I think some of you who, especially those of you that have found how useful this collar really is in game, that this really came out of left field for me. But because of the additions, it's just a subtle change, but it's huge. We have teamed up with Fox Pro to make this a more authentic experience to its real life counterpart. This is legitimately something you can go and buy from Fox Pro. And if any of you have it or get it, please tag me in Discord with it. I have to see this. I'm probably going to go and drop the 1,500 bones on it because I need this in my world, man. I do. It's rare. Generally once a year we go after coyotes. We always hope for wolves, but we hardly see the wolves, at least when we're able to get after them. And we set these things, we would love to set a collar down instead of, making calls and whatnot. So this would be really handy to have. But we have some additions that have come with this. One of them being the Fox Bang and one of them being the Fox Fusion. Let's look at the Fox Fusion again real quick. Here it is. What it is in a nutshell is it allows you to call 2 animals at once. So if I wanted to edit this, I could change it up to any of the animals. You talked about red fox earlier. I could set the red fox. It's going to play the distressed rabbit. I can bump down here, and I no longer want to hunt the red deer. I'm hoping while I'm sitting in my stand that some Canada goose are going to come in. Then I can take them with my crossbow, because I'm silent and violent and don't want to spook the area. Or pull out your compound and go to town. But let's just say this is what we want to do. We can set them both up. We get the collar rocking. We let it play. Everything's great. Now, if you want that authentic approach, it's something they offer in the IRL counterpart version. I think it's really cool that we have it in here. And if you look at the top left of this, it's called the Fox Bang. You toggle this off and on by hitting the F. Right? I'm so glad we have this as a toggle, because some of you might not want to turn it off. Some of you might want it to constantly go. You could be calling in a group of red deer and sitting there with your bow. And if you set it up properly, you can call them in. And if they come in and they stagger, and making use of the collar and how you use the collar, and pro tip, with the red deer collar in hand as well, The community's yet to discover the full usage. I've played around with this, and maybe I'll show some of this one day. But I've set you on the path. Go play with it and tell me what you think, and see if you figure it out. But getting them to come in at different angles, and having it on so that after you drop them with something silent and violent, they will continue to come in. Because we all know the bucks or the stags like to hang out and come in last, right? So you have to sometimes cycle through those guys. Also a great way to if you want to make some money and do it a little differently, these things are pretty powerful. So you can turn that fox bang off and on. And again, all it does is it will turn off the collar after it hears a bang. You shoot, it stops. Kind of cool. It's kind of cool. They added this, right? Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped with that. I think it's a nice little addition. Big shout out to Fox Pro for teaming up with us on this one, man. And of course, you can check out our website with a full write-up on everything that's coming. Yes, it is coming September 24th. Yes, I accept all your cookies. Give me cookies, man. Better have some hot chocolate milk to go with that. And it has a full rundown on everything. It tells you what your ranges are. It gives you just a nice little talk about it. But again, I just think this is awesome. You know, it's kind of neat that we tied them in all together. Hey, what are you? Don't put me on the website. What are you doing? We're trying to keep people, not scare them away. Anyways, there it is, my friends. Really, really cool. You can get a nice look. It's sitting on your desk. It's pretty fantastic. Let me just do something real quick. Yeah, that was just, that was shilly. There we go. Pretty happy about it. This lands on the 24th, as I've mentioned on numerous occasions. It's going to be, let me check my notes. I think it's like, hold on. Let me double check now. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not as organized as I was hoping to be. Here we go. Depending where you are, it's going to be about $4.99. So depending where you reside in the world, and I'm really excited to see what everybody thinks of these. Shame I didn't accidentally drag over the 2025 roadmap. You're like I'd have that open while I'm in a stream. One time, and I've had just everyone jokes about a Jaxie leak now. Yeah, one time. If you missed that one, that was when we had the all the Zarzas were coming out as our first time with the semi-automatics and the ARs. I had a window open so they saw the title at the top. It was silly. Oh man, love it though, absolutely love it. Okay, so let's take a look what this looks like downrange. Is this a good representation? Maybe not, because of the well, let's just see. There's our old, because it is lit up here, right? All right, and here's our new. Oh, it's even better at night. Oh my god, I haven't been to the range yet at night. I had I just where do you want to shoot? Pick a lane, any lane. I always get messages afterwards. I'm playing the game a long time, that's why the grouping's okay. Anyhow, yeah, absolutely love it. You can see it's a big improvement from what we had. Just the direct comparison, the Hyperion to the, oh, I didn't leave the Odin on anything. Yes, I did. To the Odin, right? So once again, Odin, the Hyperion, which we used to think this was the bee's knees, right? It was thinner on the scope and everything, but yeah, big change. Absolutely love it. And then to our night vision, what we previously had. It's that green, man. It's overpowering. Pretty dang cool. To the new, yeah, like next level right there, man. It's just, and the modeling is very, very cool. I'm very happy with this. I guess we got 10 minutes. What, oh my god, I haven't even unlocked all my Hirschfelden. I have nowhere to. This is the wrong map for me to do this. Let's just peek down by the water's edge. This is totally the wrong map for me. On this playthrough, I haven't unlocked all this. Oh, the way the sound switched there. I thought we were done. Okay, Dizzy, what's up, man? Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Definitely much better than the old night vision scope. Totally werewolf. Totally my dude. Good to see you, man. Is this game coming to PS5 as an upgrade, my question? Mike, it is on PS5. Currently, we don't have any separation between the platforms. That's to include our all platforms. We want to be inclusive, but inevitably that's bound to happen at some point, right? Why choose blue as the color? Blue is not a night vision color. The sort of, I guess that's a, I mean, I call that gray, but I guess we'd call it blue. I suppose it depends on your monitor. Good question. I don't know the design choices on that, to be honest. You know, just about everything we have in game is modeled off real life counterparts. They take inspiration from it, I should say. And, you know, obviously it's our own invention and we try to keep things, you know, our own and such, but it is modeled off of real life variants. First thing I'm trying is to cosmetic the scopes. Currently you cannot. I think that as we've seen, that's slowly making its way into things. I wouldn't be surprised. What's my reaction in the next map? What are you talking about? Chico, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Looks awesome. We'll for sure be using the new night vision scope. It's so much better. I fully agree. It's night and day. I'm sorry, it's terrible. I don't think I'm going to see anything down here. Is there even a drink time at this time? I should probably just head to the fields is what I should do. Because I know there's some rest times and stuff. But I thought nice and easy, quick. And maybe we can get, if there's any questions about it. I pretty much told you everything I know at this stage. Night vision color. Yeah, well, you can change your colors. Like, I know there's different night vision. Like, there's, you know, like the typical army night vision is green, but I've seen different hues and, dare I say, colors on many other ones. You know, I think the traditional thought on night vision is always that green. But, yeah, there's lots of variants out there. Looks like teal to you on your TV. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think it depends on the monitor you're playing on too. For me, it's definitely like a gray, but I can see a teal, gray with blue tones. There ain't nothing down here, but you get a pretty good idea on the detail, right? Like if you look at what we used to look like, just stop hitting the wrong buttons. Here's the night vision, like, right? And then looking in the same spot, you can see the blades of grass. The grassy high. The grass, not glass. Holy. For the love of Pete, I need more coffee, I think. I don't have a big color, but oh, it's too far. It's too far. Here, let's see if we can get it to come on and see me sometime. I wonder how far away he is there. Is it good? Cause oh no, I did a dum. I was gonna set up my collar. I never picked it up. Alright, crawling through the crash. Right, Flitter? Thermal would be sick for Yotes. Yeah, and there's always a possibility. Again, you know, this is directly from asks from the community. So be careful what you wish for. You'll get it. Or you might. The old night vision scope looks like something from the 90s. I mean, you're not wrong. Now we can change the bears back tonight. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so you can't see much, right? And then we've got the old version, which isn't bad, you know? And then we got our new toy, baby. Come on now. Look at that. That's just fantastic. I don't think I can actually get that in. This guy's gonna walk right up and give me a nice little shot. Appreciate you, kind sir. Lay down, son. All right. As you can see, it's a massive improvement. Pretty happy with it. None of the binos have been included with any updates or anything, to my knowledge, in this update. But, you know, as we get more to it, this is, remember, our first stab at scopes and what we can do with it. You know, keep your suggestions and your feedback coming, guys. Rose, I just wanted to say that you all do an amazing job of what you do for the hunter and the angler, and you all always deliver great content. See, you guys always listen to the community no matter what it's for. Just want to express how much I appreciate the work and the game. Thank you, Warwolf. Thank you, my friend. That means an awful lot. We try. It's hard because no matter what we do, there's always going to be people that aren't happy. You know, it just is what it is. Well, what do you mean? We weren't going for it. We knew. We were cracking it with the 300. We knew. But it's not about the trophy right now, man. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with it. I hope you guys are super excited for this. Once again, this arrives next week on the 24th. You're pretty much getting what you see here now. I know I have development build up top, but that is because I'm technically not on the release build. And, you know, when things get pushed onto the release build, they're always just that little bit more solid, right? But you can see, you can play on this build. It's fantastic. Big props to our QA. They've put a lot of time into this. We've wanted to get this just right. We know scopes are super important. There's been a big lead up to it, knowing that, hey man, people have been asking for these scopes for some time. We need to knock this out of the park. And I mean, I'm not saying that we did, but, you know, they kind of did. No pop resets with this. We haven't touched anything with the animals. It's strictly to do with your scopes there. Already answered you, Mike. Already answered you, bud. Good morning, Jackson. Hey, what up, Flip City? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, my man. Another fellow Vancouverite right there. Please fix the floating animals. I'm not sure what you're referring, Steve. I haven't seen any floating animals. Do you mean like when they're in the water? You want them to sink? Or is there something else that I'm unaware of? Make sure to fill out some tickets. It's not something that I've seen come through in the tickets, so definitely out there. What up, Tipsy? Good to see you, my man. Bacon at night, why not? Who doesn't want breakfast for dinner? But there it is. I want to go back. Just because we've only got 5 minutes left, so I'm not going to bother going for a hunt. Yeah, let's bundle this all up. Is the UK map on for the 2025 roadmap? I don't know. Is there any hunting in the UK? Any teasers for the next great one? Nope. Might be an off-the-wall question? Yep. I'd love to. I'd love to be able to tell you guys if we're even working on another great one, let alone what it could or could not be. You know, we caught a lot of you off guard, I think. I don't think anybody was expecting scopes because, honestly, we were going on 8 years without them. We all just, always relied on this bad boy right here. And you absolutely can. I think that's one of the things that I really like that our devs are doing. It's not too OP. The new additions don't completely outshine what we currently have. You know, if you wanted to stick to, say, you don't want to buy any DLCs. That's something they think of, and you still have the Hyperion, you still have the Argus. But get rid of that Ascent as soon as bloody possible. I hate it. That thing just drives me nuts. It's good if you want to challenge yourself. And now we have these bad boys. Let me cycle through them. There's the Helios, or the Odin, sorry. The Odin, which is, it's my new go-to. I just absolutely adore this thing. Not that one. We have the Angler, which, I mean, light up my life, baby. The light bright and all its glory. It's pretty nice. And of course, this one, which a lot of you are going to appreciate, the new handgun/shotgun scope. Pretty big for our shotgun fans, and an improvement for our handgun fans. And it comes with the pack. It's free once you buy the pack. You don't have to buy it in game. It's an option to get into the Sunberg with a little more accuracy until you unlock all the good stuff that comes with it. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. A Giga Ninja, welcome, man. Welcome. Nice to finally say hi, then. Dude, for real. This is 2017. That's when I started. That's awesome, dude. I hope you've enjoyed everything that's come over the years. We've had our ups or downs, our ins and outs, but we can certainly see that the future, it's being magnified in our worlds, that we're able to just glass over it at a glance. And I'm gonna stop right now. It's terrible. They're not even good. They're not even good. I don't know why they keep me coming out here. I think Vivi's shown that she's much more capable than I am, and we should petition to have her out instead. Imagine a Romania map. Oh, there's so many good maps we could absolutely pump out. It would be fantastic. Lady Nibiru, hello, my friend. Welcome. Good to see you. A great one, Weasel, next. We only got a couple minutes, guys. Throw it at me. What do you got? What do you got? I'll try and blast through some questions real quick. But the beard. Don't worry. I think we could probably have the best of both worlds. I'll try and convince Vivi to come out with me. I'll try and get her out here. We had a lot of fun. Her and I, when she was learning to play the game, taking her on a hunt. I think that's something we can do. But let's let the dust clear a little first. She's got a lot on her plate right now, and I don't want to pressure her. We're totally going to pressure her. And I want to get Patricia back out. You guys got to meet Patricia lately. She's my hero. I'm going to be honest. She's my hero. She taught me a lot. And just a genuine, really good person to work with. So we've had a lot of fun with this and all the upcoming stuff this year. You think this was good? We're gonna blow your minds. But there we go. So let's get through some Pistol Pop and Rage. Is gonna be a lot more fun for everyone. Absolutely, Tipsy. Now this was all we had in scopes for today's stream. No, now this was all we had. I don't know what you're saying. How's it? So can you change the reticle and the Hyperion as well? You absolutely can. That's right. Just to recap, you've got 5 reticles coming with the DLC, and there are 7 free ones available in game for a total of 12. That's not really how you. Is that right? 12, whatever. It's confusing, the whole backward screen thing. But you get 12 in addition with it. You get the 3 scopes. The night vision, the Odin. And so the Angler, the Odin. Let me start from the top. I'm just too excited about this. The Angler, which is our new night vision, which is this bad boy right here. You get the Odin, which I put onto this one right here. Yes, and you get the Helios, right? The Helios on this bad boy for your handgun and shotguns. Along with the reticles, there is a ton of bug fixes, you guys. I don't have the list right now. I was trying to remember some of the big ones. I got buried in them. They're busy. Our QA is always busy, and we use these updates to be able to push them out. There's a lot of testing that's gone into this. It's a very solid build. I can't wait for everybody to get their hands on it. Alongside this, there's the update to the Fox Pro with the Fox Bang and Fox Fusion editions. It's very, very cool. You can check all that out on the 24th as it lands available across all platforms. Once again, a sim ship. And on top of that, our creators are going to have an early access. Their embargo date when they can show you the stuff isn't until Monday of next week. So they'll be able to show you everything the day before it releases, and it won't be long until it's in your hands. $4.99, depending on the region you are in, coming to a platform near you. Absolutely love it. Much love from your bearded brother and everybody here at Expansive Worlds. I hope you're as excited about these scopes as I am, as everybody on the team is. We know it's been a long time in the making. We really want to hear what you think about them once you get a chance to try them. And we'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Yeah, was it all right? Oh, man. I'm a little sad it's over. These are like my favorite times of the year. So much fun, man. I'm going to go play with these things. Please don't hate me because they're beautiful. But it's true. They're absolutely beautiful. can't believe we can lure 2 animals with that collar now, man. Seriously. It's gonna get overshadowed, but that is huge.